He just says, you know, I want a horse and it's gonna run. And I'm thinking, how am I gonna make a horse run? And I figure it out. I'm a little obsessed with horses. They sort of saved my life in my youth, I think. And they're just gorgeous creatures. It's funny too because the horse's name is Golden Pony Boy, which is funny because he said, "What's the name of your horses?" And all my horses are called Heaven. And I think I texted him something that was like, he said, "What's the name of the horse?" And I said, "Its name's Heaven." And then I wrote, "Stay Golden Pony Boy" from The Outsiders. But because he's French, he didn't get it. So he thought the horse's name was Golden Pony Boy. Yeah. Most of the stuff in the caves is the stuff that I did. The telephone, the felt shoes, and typewriter, a pair of felt glasses, and praying mantis, which I can't remember what he called it, but I think it took me like 6 weeks to figure out it was a praying mantis. He was like, a mantis that talks to God, or like a cricket that talks to God, or it was something that made absolutely no sense to me, and then I realized he meant a praying mantis. I never thought I'd be doing that for a living. My mom was a seamstress and a knitter. I just remember being young and she was always making stuff, and I wanted to make stuff too. I just always sort of did it as like a little project hobby thing, and people started buying them, and I knew I needed to get a retail price, so I knew I had to have my own shop, and I was like, if only I could find a place in the city that has a little apartment in the back and a little storefront. And 2 weeks later in the New York Times on a Sunday, there it was, and I came down here and I said I'd take it. And she gave me the forms to fill out, and that took a couple days for them to process my application, and by that time I called every single human I knew and scraped together a deposit and first month's rent. I did a lot of sad flowers, like this. He's more melancholy, he's not so much sad. This guy's he's blue. I can tell you what I make and what I see in my head are nothing even remotely close. What I see in my head is this perfect little sewn, perfect little beautiful thing. What I make is some crooked little stitched up, messed up thing. I had to learn to love them in spite of they didn't come out the way I originally intended. Anytime I see any of the stuff when Michelle animates it or one of the other animators animate it, I just can't believe it. It's absolutely magical to me. When I saw the horse running around, I mean...
Okay, I don't know what to do with this lady.
Of just making something. I mean, he might have other things like revenge and boredom or, you know, trying to woo someone. But I think the root of all of this stuff is very innocent and very pure. And another one of my favorite things that he told me that I will never forget is if an idea is any good, it's on the verge of being stupid. And I think that's really, I think I say that, I remind myself of that quote a lot because I think everything I make at the end of it, when I first finish and I cut the last snip or do my last bit, I just think it's stupid. I can't look at it right. I remind myself of that so that I can keep making stuff. This is my needle bird, which I just like him with the needles, and some people don't, but it's fine. There's a little sweater I crocheted. I made it out of like, it's like made of rope. It's like shoelace rope I found in the hospital because I just had a crochet hook. And I've been saving my hair for a while now. And all of this, look at that. I got from my hairbrush, just from every time I wash and brush my hair and take it out. I got all that. I think sometimes people try to be too smart or too clever or too... And there's something, you know, nice about making the water out of cellophane. You know, there's not really pretension there.
Yeah, so fucking scary.
Because he looks completely alive to me, and there's no batteries. It came alive to me, so that's why this is what I wanted to be doing. And then I met Michelle, and he taught me animation, and then it comes alive in another way. I have a dream. I will make the perfect replica of a mechanical horse.